What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel.
Good job first.
So I am here again. I guess I'm gonna be more consistent with my channel. There's a lot of you guys that keep asking me if I'm coming back to YouTube, and it's not so much that I don't want to be away from YouTube. It's just the fact that like I can never be consistent with YouTube because there's so much that go on in my life. So I do have a certain topic that I want to talk to you guys about because a lot of you guys have been asking, and I cannot get to every single one about this situation, and I wasn't ready to open up to the world about my certain condition that I was currently diagnosed with. But I do feel the need to now talk about it because I feel like with my diagnosis, I want to be able to help somebody get through this, because I feel like at the end of the day there is an end to this, although there's no cure to it, you know. So let's just jump right into it, because all my other videos are going to be about what's been going on in my life and everything. So I just want to make this video kind of short and just keep it going, because I'm going to talk about this also throughout the rest of my videos. I was diagnosed with something called PCOS. So it's a hormonal disorder that causes enlarged ovaries with cysts on the outer entries of your ovaries. When I found out that I had PCOS, I was worked up, and I just wanted to hurry up and get to my doctors right away. I remember that day I got a phone call from my doctor, and she had told me exactly what I had. What made me go into finding out about me having PCOS was because I was getting cycles that sometimes last up to 2 months straight. And that's like irregular for any woman to have to go through a period for so long, you know. So like I'm already thinking to myself, like, what the heck? Like, I'm on my period for so long. So and this happened to me in the past, you know. So like I would go to the emergency room, they would try to tell me like there's nothing I could do but see an OBGYN. So at this point I decided, okay, let me go just schedule an appointment with my OBGYN. So I went to the same OBGYN that helped me when I was having ASIN, the one that I would meet up with. And so he basically explained to me that we're going to do an internal ultrasound. And what that is like something that's basically like this, but it's like thicker. They put a condom over it and they insert it into you, and they take pictures of your ovaries, and then you get your results back in like 2 to 5 days. So when I got my results back, it was on a Friday. My doctor had called me and let me know exactly what was going on. So when they tell me I have PCOS, I have no idea what she's talking about. She asked if she could send over some information. She sent over my information, and I read through it. And the first thing I asked her, okay, is, so does that mean I have to get these cysts removed? Do we just have to like do some type of procedures? And so yeah, so I basically asked her, is there something that we could do to like help my PCOS? And she just says, you know, honey, I'm sorry, there's no cure for this, but I'm gonna send over some information for you to read about. So I just said, okay, whatever. So, you know, I'm reading about it, and I'm starting to get a lot emotional, you know, like a lot of emotions are running through me at the point, because like I just never imagined myself going through any kind of disorder, any type of syndrome, anything in life. I never thought that that could happen to me, but honestly, it could happen to anybody, you know. And it's nothing that I could have prevented. It's nothing that I did. It's basically in your genes. It's heredited. So I could carry this on to my son, because it's not just a female thing, it's a male thing as well. So like definitely, ladies, if you have irregular periods and you don't know like what the problem is, I would definitely see an OBGYN, because they could have PCOS. There's all different kinds. PCOS symptoms. So I do have a paper in front of me that I did write down some of their symptoms. So some of the symptoms for PCOS is your cycle is irregular. You can have acne, a lot of acne on your face or all over your body. You could get cysts on your back. You can have very heavy flow. Sometimes it can last for like months. Oily skin. What was another? Obesity, heavy bleeding, spotting. You can have male features. Depression, it is a mood swing, because you know it's your hormonal, so it's dealing with a lot of those type of things. You can have, which is shocking to me, a lot of memory loss, hair loss, and a lot of hair loss from the scalp, actually. So like that was very shocking to me, because about a few years ago I had lost like the outer edge of my hair, and it was like, and I would brush out my hair, and sometimes I would like lose massive hair, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? So I remember I went to go see a dermatologist about it, and we did a lot of testing, but we couldn't really figure it out. So like everything that I've went through, it, like me having acne in the past, I have oily skin, my spotting, my periods were super heavy, you know, my mood swings, like all of that, you know, like incorporated and being into one syndrome, which was PCOS. So I still today am very shocked that everything that I've ever went through is determined my PCOS. Now, there's no cures for this, but there is treatments that you can go through. So there's a bunch of treatments. So like it can also, PCOS is also very controllable with your health and your heart. So for me, my blood sugar is perfectly fine. Most obesity people that have PCOS, they're very, what's the word I'm looking for? They're going to be the ones that have to take insulin. So like insulin, they're going to have to check their sugar all the time, because they're be very prone to the insulin. So they're going to have to basically take things that is going to help them be very cautious with what they eat. So for me, I decided that like I don't want to take the medication that my doctor had told me that I would have to take to control my hormones, because I want to be able to do it without the medication. I want to do it naturally. So the only thing I can't do naturally is become pregnant, you know. So everyone knows, if you know me, I do want to have a second child, you know. I want to have 2 children, and that's it. That's literally it. But I do want to have children in the future, and in this process, you know, like God has your back. You know, God has my back completely, 100%. And this is why I'm going to try to do this on my own without the medication, because I truly believe in God, and I believe that he works in favors, and I believe that this syndrome was for me because he knows that I can overcome this. He knows that I know that there's no cure for it, but I know that at the end of the day, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I know that I will be happy and I can be exactly healthy as like anyone else, you know. So I feel like there's nothing that he gave me that I cannot control on my own and I cannot take. So with that being said, is I decided to like start to eat very healthy. So I've been starting to eat healthy. Going out, I don't really go out as much as I used to. I literally lowered the liquor in my life, which I didn't have much liquor in the first place. It'll be like only when I go out. But even when I would drink liquor, I would get super sick, and I would be like having a hangover for like 3 to 4 days, and I would wonder why it's so bad with me. But the liquor that was going into my system was obviously hurting my ovaries, which was giving me a different reaction to get better. So it was not a good idea to continue to keep drinking. Once in a while is okay, but I just wanted to limit that for a lot out of my life. I've been eating a lot. I have went dairy free, which with PCOS they do recommend you to go dairy free. I am now gluten free. So and honestly, so there's a lot of things that are dairy free that still taste like dairy. So I have dropped down from vitamin D milk to now almond milk. Almond milk honestly is one of the best things I've ever done. Almond milk is so good. There's a bunch of different ways to eat for PCOS. And with you eating differently, you're controlling your hormones to how you would be taking your medicine. You will be controlling your hormones. So to me, why would I take the medicine if I can control it on my own by just eating healthy? I might as well. So I decided to do that. I exercise very well. Also do a lot of PCOS videos for people that do suffer from PCOS on how to eat, how to control the acne and everything like that. So like, because I have found a lot of solutions, and I honestly want to help people that have PCOS, and I really believe that listening to my advice can obviously help you guys, because at the end of the day, like, I'm going through it with you. Whether mine is slim or whatever, I'm going through it. And my biggest issue for me is becoming pregnant. So